Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus giving you more gameplay. This is a gameplay recap. I'm going to be using New England Patriots as my offense. I've got a very extensive breakdown of all the formations I'm going to be using in this gameplay. I was labbing a lot, doing a lot of basically, play noun type stuff and just labbing plays. But it's always a little bit different when you play online because people use a lot of the same defenses to switch things up. So that's something you always need to pay attention to. I'm actually jumping into a new defense. So right here, he gets a phenomenal swerve catch animation right over my defensive back. And with Lockett, he's able to go ahead and take it in on a one-play touchdown lob streak, even though I had a defender in the area. So that was a good situation for him. So once again, I'm going to be using basically this formation, which is it's a pistol formation out of New England, and that's the one thing about the New England playbook is that it is a very versatile playbook. Here's the worst read I made of the entire game right here. I was waiting for that defensive player to move out of that spot route, and I still forced it in there. So that was just me just not playing correctly, and actually he catches right past my user and actually gets a touching right there. So I'm down 14-0, and it's only a couple minutes into the game. I'm kind of in a bind right here. So I see that he's got his one guy pressed. The guy's pressed on the inside. So what I do is I actually go and streak up my outside receiver, Robinson. Robinson catches over the top, and I actually get a score right back to get the game within reach. So basically down by a touchdown right now. He's in a shotgun formation right here. I actually pull my defender off. He takes another shot up top and actually just barely misses it, but actually gets past my defensive back. So playing around with this defensive scheme, this is basically a 43 scheme. He hits me with another little route to the outside and actually takes Metcalf for another touchdown. So my defense right now is just complete trash. I've given up 3 big touchdowns against this guy, and there's really nothing I can do to try to control this guy's the way he's playing his defense right here. So I'm anticipating he's actually in some kind of a man blitz because of the previous couple of plays he's been doing a lot of man blitzing right here, but he actually falls back in the zone. I only have 2 routes out, so I take off of Mitch Trubisky, and that's one of the reasons why I leave Trubisky in this Bears offense, is because he does have some speed. He's got some. He will break some tackles and make some plays with his feet, and that's something you need in this game now. Is that having someone who could take off with the ball and actually abuse the defense is huge. So right here, I didn't have enough time to set this up correctly, and as a result, I don't make my progressions and reads correctly. Misthrow the ball, which is good. I didn't want to throw an interception. Come back, 3rd and 18 situation. I'm looking for the streak with the tight end. The tight end opens up right here. Ball gets out a little bit late. He clicks on and actually defends it. So 4th and 8 situation. I go for it right now. I'm just a little bit frustrated with some of the bad plays that actually happen right away. I got a little cross underneath, so in my route development, I'm able to go and get Mooney up to half of the midway part of the field. So moving the ball down, 5 minutes left into the second quarter, basically new quarter right here. Do a nice little inside zone with a fullback. That's a nice little play that I like out of this. Go into the split close. I should have turned it up. The guard was going to pick up his defender, and I probably would have picked up some magic yards, but it just kept going outside. So back to the shotgun formation. I got a whip route. I've got a streak. Hit the whip. He actually manually blitzes, and Harris is able to go and pick up some pretty good yards right there. He hit me, gets me down to the 24-yard line. Back to the running game right here. This is the power O, and I'm able to go and cut it out to the outside and pick up a first down right here with Tariq Cohen. So down 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. Go with the corner route with the tight end. He gets a bad animation. I'm able to go ahead and get a touchdown. So score is 14-28. I'm using this 43 defense. It's a very zone conscious type defense, and I'll be switching around from different things, but it's a safety blitz to bring the safeties down, and then I think I put some hard flats. This guy was using a lot of bomb plays, so he was actually throwing the ball up. So once again, he just does another lob streak right here. I get a nice little animation with Roquan Smith and actually get an interception. So back into the game. So this guy, he got like all these splash plays right away. So I'm feeling, okay, this guy doesn't really have like a methodical scheme. Right here is a pass. I was actually trying to go underneath. I just missed through the ball. Come back with a bench concept. Drop it down underneath with Miller, and be able to go and pick up a first down and just dance up the sideline. to get a first down. So now I go on a wheel route right here. Ginn should explode off the line, but he actually stops right there with his route, and as a result, I have to wait for the route to develop a little bit more, and I throw off my back foot, and he picks me off. So that's the bad thing about playing with a bad quarterback like Trubisky, is that he will have bad animations with pressure in his face, and you have to have like a perfect situation. And if your wide receivers don't run the route and you don't do things correctly you want to, you'll throw an interception. So first and goal situation, he's got a very heavy set right here. I'm staying with this 43 defense. This is a defense I'm going to use right away. Basically, he has no reads whatsoever. I actually go ahead and send a spy after him and actually attack him. If he would have flipped it to the guy that actually came after him, he probably would have been able to get that off. Same play, no huddles. I'm actually just running right here. He actually tries throwing into one of my defenders, and actually, fortunately for me, doesn't it. Third and goal situation. Same defense once again. I wanted to make sure that he didn't run the ball, so I actually manned up one of the guys against the running back because he falls into a spy if the running back stays in the block. And right here, he gets a delay of game. That's the one thing I noticed about this game, is that I'm getting a lot of penalties. I get a ton of penalties for switching up my audibles frequently. So this is probably one of the worst decisions. The second worst decision right here. I try to go for a big bomb play, and I don't get rid of the ball quickly enough, and I am giving up a safety. I should have went into a totally different offense right here. So I end up punting the ball back. But look at this. I get a lucky animation, hit stick animation, and get the ball with 31 seconds left. So that was a huge break. That was a CPU break. Based on some of the poor decision making right here. So nice little run right here, just burn a timeout. My goal is to just make sure that this guy doesn't have any kind of time whatsoever. I put some points on the board because I'm getting the ball in the second half. Once again, that was actually man coverage. I go into this little fullback dive. This is a play that a lot of people don't use, but it got really good blocking. Get the ball down to the 1 yard line. Burn another timeout. Right here, I want to go to a stretch play right here. And just don't get out. He actually has a nice little block shed. That typically will get you to the outside against a heavy set formation like this. So now I go ahead and motion my guy over with the mesh concept. I'm looking at the tight end. If he doesn't play the tight end will be wide open with that particular formation and get the ball in the end zone. So down by 2 points, go for the 2-point conversion. Doesn't make a difference to go for one, just go for two, because you're still going to be down by 1 point if you just take the extra point. So go for two, try to tie it up, and I actually hit the little crossing route by Robinson over the middle, go into the second half. So in the second half right now, I'm getting the ball back. I'm kind of in the driver's seat, even though this guy's had multiple opportunities to put me away. But that's one thing, is you just want to stick with the game right here. Oh, this is a bad play. I should have waited a little bit longer for that. He chased that wide receiver. I had a break on him, but I actually threw it a little bit early with the anticipation. Come back with a nice little run in the inside with Cohen. I'm able to go ahead and get a first down with that. Picked up about 13 yards on that carry right there. Back to basically inside zone with Montgomery. I'm able to go and pick up about 7 or 6 yards right there. And then actually I go ahead and hit the spot route, the fade stop on the left side. Got rid of the ball a little bit too early. Didn't do a down pass leading as a result. That ball actually falls incomplete, but I go back to one of my money plays on third down. He hit the underneath routes because he had to actually protect over top. So right here, I see that he switched into some type of a man-type coverage. So what I do is I set him up for my man beater. I'm looking at the man beater on the right-hand side with Ginn Jr. He bites, and it gets past the defender. Lob it up, rack catch it, and actually go into the end zone to go up by touchdown. So back into the game right now. Now I'm doing some outright coverage. He goes with slants. I've actually been seeing some people online using slants with a lot of success, so I'm going to have to go ahead and take a look at a good, effective defense to go ahead and stop that. It's one play I just don't like to run personally, but I've seen some effectiveness with slants, so something I'm going to have to lab for the channel and just show you guys quick defenses to go and stop that. So right here I go with a flood concept. It's basically Mabel on the left hand side, and hits me with a read option. So that was something I wasn't prepared for. So what I did is I quickly adjusted my option defense, and this is going to work out for me a little bit later on in the game. So back at it again. He goes into basically a bunch set. I had a guy right down there to make a play. Actually, it's a nice little spin move with the Metcalf to get a first down. Once again with the flood coverage right here. In this type of situation, he goes with an inside run. I go ahead and plug up the hole, and I'm able to go ahead and tackle him for a loss. No huddles, second and 10 situation. Now I go into a Palms defense as a quick audible. Don't really give that much of a tell, but he's back to slants, and you can see He finds the right read, gets rid of the ball correctly, just throws the ball right in front of me. So, you know, the user ability in this game is dramatically different than we did before. Right here, see, right there, I was right there on the ball. I couldn't come back to the ball in time. That's biggest challenge. Now, because I had my QB option thing flipped on, my defenders came down and played that perfectly. So that was a good thing to go ahead and have on, is that QB option. So second and goal situation, going with my defense, it actually throws into defenders, and I'm able to go ahead and get a lucky bounce of the ball, and it actually drops into my hand. So breaks kick back to me, and I'll go ahead and take it. So right here, the guy ends up quitting out. I don't know why. There was 4 minutes left. A lot of things could have happened in the game. He's only down by 1 score. So, you know, it's a moral of the story. You can be down by 2 scores, but you can get back in the game. Don't quit early. It's just not a smart thing to do. So once again, my subscribers, guys, if you do like these type of tips, go and smash the like button. And if you want to see all how I run my offense, you can go to my Patreon account. So thank you for your support, and until next time.